In extreme cold, everything changes, including EV range. Today, we push 20. Cold weather attacks batteries, and some EVs suffer far more than others. We're testing 3 new 2025 EVs side by side to see who survives the cold.
Even fast chargers slow down dramatically below freezing.
Traction control works overtime just to keep the car straight.
Cold forces EVs to heat their batteries, costing range before you even drive. Cabin heating drains even more energy. Winter destroys efficiency.
A car rated for 500 kilometers may give you only 300 kilometers in extreme cold.
Cold plus wind cuts range even further.
Cold batteries reduce power output. Yes, even acceleration changes.
Fast charging becomes slow charging.
Even charging cables stiffen and get difficult to use.
Every comfort setting drains something from your range.
EVs fight constantly to stay warm, using energy every minute.
Cold weather fogs your windows faster than you expect.
Parking outside overnight? Expect reduced range the next morning. Cold shocks the battery chemistry, slowing everything down.
Lithium ions move slower in cold, meaning your battery simply can't perform.
Cold also affects sensors, causing warnings and disabled features.
Regen braking is limited in cold, costing you more energy. A warm battery performs dramatically better, but cold steals efficiency.
Preconditioning helps, but it uses energy too.
Visibility drops, so headlights, fog lights, sensors, everything consumes power.
Winter tires help, but they increase rolling resistance and reduce range.
Now, let's compare how much range each 2025 EV actually lost in the cold.
Cold affects even basic components, making simple tasks harder.
Heating the cabin can double energy consumption in winter.
Wet snow adds rolling resistance flash spray, demanding more power.
Cold builds frost everywhere, reducing visibility and safety.
Traction control constantly intervenes to keep the car stable.
Short winter days mean more lighting, more power used. Heat pumps help efficiency, but performance drops sharply below freezing.
Black ice increases energy usage as stability systems activate more often.
Your EV uses energy before you even start, just to warm the battery.
Snow buildup around wheels increases drag and weight.
Below -20, EV batteries lose efficiency fast.
Cold limits power output, especially noticeable on hills.
We took all three 2025 EVs to a controlled cold chamber to compare performance.
At consistent freezing temperatures, the results become undeniable.
Most drivers lower cabin temperature to save range, but comfort suffers.
Cold makes range estimates unstable, sometimes inaccurate by 30%.
Sensors get blocked in, forcing more stops and wasting time.
Some batteries lose 20% power. Others lose nearly 40%.
Cold affects acceleration too, doesn't it? Even simple overtakes become harder. A fast charger rated for 150 kilowatts may only give you 30 kilowatts in deep cold.
Lighting systems run longer in winter, adding to energy usage.
Battery heaters protect the pack, but consume precious range.
Deep snow increases rolling resistance and gravity, significantly lowering efficiency.
Range anxiety becomes real when temperatures drop below freezing.
Now our 2025 EVs reach the halfway point, and the results are surprising.
As we continue, the cold begins to reveal how each EV truly performs under stress.
Visibility gets worse, forcing the car to use more systems to stay safe.
Electronic stability control works harder in these harsh conditions.
Range estimates shift as the battery struggles to maintain warmth.
Cold air is denser, requiring more energy at higher speeds. Cabin heaters consume massive energy, sometimes more than driving itself.
Even frozen handles can slow you down in freezing regions.
Cold batteries reduce regen, meaning you lose one major efficiency tool. Whiteout conditions force the EV to use extra front and rear lighting. Chemical reactions inside the battery slow dramatically below freezing.
Descent control activates often with fatigue, adding more load to the system.
Even heated wheels consume energy. Everything adds up in winter.
Cold builds weight under your car, reducing your efficiency.
Cold stiffens charging cables, making charging physically harder.
The EV refuses full regen, protecting the cold battery at all costs. Wind resistance increases sharply in winter storms.
Cold creates hotspots inside the pack, reducing efficiency and performance.
Cold pushes every driving system to its limit, constantly fighting the elements.
Range anxiety rises fast, especially when energy drops quicker than expected.
Cold limited mode restricts power to protect the battery.
Each EV behaves differently. Some lose far more range than others.
Defrosting is essential, but drains battery life quickly.
In deep cold, frost returns faster than the heater can eliminate it.
We're approaching the final stretch of ISIL, and the numbers are becoming dramatic.
Now it's time to see which 2025 EV survived the cold. and which one failed.
As temperatures drop further, the battery begins fighting just to stay alive.
The colder it gets, the quicker the battery drains.
Cold forces the battery cells far outside their ideal operating zone.
Even ice buildup adds weight and drag, silently reducing range. Performance dips so much, overtakes require extra caution.
Turn off the heater to save range, and visibility suffers instantly.
Stopping for even a few minutes makes the battery colder and weaker.
The battery heater runs non-stop in these temperatures.
Cold isn't just about range, your EV's grip changes too.
The car constantly fights for grip brake, and that takes energy as well.
Deep cold stresses the battery. Even long-term health is affected.
Nighttime winter driving is the harshest test for both driver and machine.
After hours in freezing temperatures, the results are undeniable.
Our final numbers show exactly which EV handled the cold and which one surrendered.
You're watching Real Drive Reviews. Subscribe for more real-world EV tests, winter reviews, and honest car breakdowns.